Welcome back to another video. Today on the channel we're going to be talking about Porto against Arsenal in the Champions League that happened today, where we lost 1-0 to a last minute unfortunate winner from Galeno. Yeah, not exactly the best way to go about the game. However, it doesn't completely reveal the whole story of the game. Arsenal, I think, were flat. Attacking wise, didn't really provide much, as seen from the stats. I had 7 shots in total in the whole game, only zero on target. That's probably one of the. Apparently, there was a stat they're saying that's the first time they've not had a shot on target since March 2011. So, not great. However, we did control the game in, I'd say, a majority in terms of controlling the ball, keeping the ball, sort of thing. Which isn't exactly the way you'd want to go about it, but it did work for near 93 minutes of the 94 that was available, that was played. Porto were very, very good at containing Arsenal. They didn't allow any space in between their, I guess, defense and midfield line. So it was hard for players like Erdegaard and Havertz to get any sort of room to manipulate the ball. Arsenal sort of played in a three defense, 2 holding. Martinelli, Saka were wide. Havertz and Odegaard would come in a bit, and Trossard would almost act like a false 9. So it essentially at points it'd be like a 4, starting with a 4, and then Rice, Havertz, Erdegaard, Trossard, then like a midfield diamond, and then Saka, Martinelli, either wings. I thought were pretty much neutralised by their fullbacks. I thought Varela was absolutely insane on that right back position, and Wendell had Saka pretty much marked up in that left back position as well. I think he was really, really good. Again, defensively from our end, we were good up until the last minute. We just didn't close down Galeno enough. I think it's one of those games where we almost got away. If we had won that game, it would have been very harsh on Porto. Porto winning that game, I think they narrowly deserved it, only just purely because they just looked more dangerous. Like every time they went forward, you could just tell like Arsenal were about to nearly concede, even though we managed to hold them off for a while. In terms of the chance that they're creating, it was a lot better than the chances that we were creating. I think we were pathetic going forward, honestly. But on the defensive side, I think we managed to control the game. I think they had, like Martin Keown said during the halftime tea talk, was that the handbrake was on quite a bit. I think Arteta was just going for a defensive, resolute performance rather than a get the job done, 3-1 win, sort of just go all out kind of thing. But it's hard to go against a team like Porto and go do that, especially in their home ground. But again, if you want to compete in the Champions League, that's the sort of thing you've got to be doing. Any standouts? I thought Raya was really, really. I think this is one of those games where I think I've been actually really impressed in terms of his distribution. Kivior wasn't really impressed. I think he was just playing the ball back. He wasn't really going overlapping on Martinelli's side. I thought Martinelli was so isolated with no help going forward. Martinelli would come back. I'll get to Martinelli in a second. Gabriel, Saliba, Rice, I think they were all quite good. Apart from the last goal where Havertz just kind of just let Galeno have a shot. He stood off him. Havertz or Rice, one of them, stood off him and just let him have the shot. Other than that, I think they defended quite well. I don't think they struggled too much. Ben White, I think, again, quiet. Defensively very good. I wouldn't have any complaint about him. It's just going forward. I don't think he overlapped Saka as much as I'd liked him to. I felt like Erdegaard and Saka on that right-hand side were quite... It was almost like they were lacking in numbers going forward. I think the wing-backs overlapping, I think Arteta just stripped their whole license of going forward as much because we saw nothing going forward. Trossard was non-existent. He should have been subbed off earlier. I think the subs came on far too late. I think we only made like one change. Didn't impact the game in the second half. I think the way we defended in the first half was very good. I would have taken that until at least like 60-65 minutes and then try and score a goal in the latter stages of the game. Because I don't think Porto again only had 2 shots on target. So I think we could have challenged them even more. It was a game of few chances. But I think Porto just did. I think they deserved it in the end of it. 1-0 win, I think, is just about fair. But again, it's one of those games where if you don't take your chances, or at least if you've got to get them on target first, as we showed that we barely got anything on target. So I don't think we deserved to come away with anything apart from a 0-0. 0-0 would have been perfect to take back to the Emirates, and we just win the game and then we go for the next round. Now we've just made it a tough challenge for us. In terms of yellow cards, Declan Rice got yellow carded, Havertz got yellow carded, Kivior got yellow carded. But yeah, pretty much same again, really. We just brought on Jorginho, which I think was not ideal. I can see why he brought him on, though, just to control the game. I think Trossard was awful, but I think it's one of those games where give a bit of game time to... Not even game time just for the sake of it, just a bit of... just go something different going forward. Maybe like a Smith Rowe on the left. Fabio Vieira just sat on the bench, didn't do anything. Reece Nelson could have done something maybe on the wing. I think Martinelli, Saka were really, really poor. Not because they were bad, it's because they were just cut out of the game completely by the fullbacks. I think Vendel again and Varela on the other side they were amazing. Pepe, you don't need to. He's so experienced. And Diego Costa was right during the week, like what he was saying about Arsenal. That we got to prove it. If we are favourites, we got to show that we're worth it. And I don't think we did that today. So leave your comments down below in the comment section. Like for more content like this. I was going to do a match reaction with Arsenal, with the West Ham and the Burnley game. But again, I've completely been busy. So just thought that this one was a very big game. And I thought I'd just share my thoughts with you guys. Drop a like if you want to see more. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.